Hi, welcome back to another live, guys.
Guardian, welcome to Kepler, as the Vanguard Archive calls it. The gravimetric distortions we tracked from the EDZ are tangled in an excess of dark matter. In our records, this planetoid was confirmed to be unoccupied and inert. But these readings indicate a singularity. Something's keeping this planetoid stable and our matter intact, but... Guardian, there's a black hole here on Kepler. This is dangerous. If at any point the singularity destabilizes, it could swallow us and take the entire Sol system with it. We need to find whoever sent our invitation. They need our help. No more transmissions on the backlog. And the timestamps are all off. Keep heading for the train. Maybe we can triangulate a location. Suppose you're right, Drifter, and we are dealing with the Nine. You have the most experience with them. What did you observe in your interactions?
Rumor has it the Nine are extra-dimensional. Caught in the gravity of Sol's heaviest hitters. You know, planets, moons, stuff like that.
You trespass the domain of the once exile, chosen
Of the Giver.
I am Archon Prime, sovereign of this orbit, speaker of the voice invisible.
Interesting. That elixir wasn't an Archon. I wonder what that was all about.
In the wake of destruction, one exile falls, and three more rise.
Hold on. That same voice, this Archon's voice, is coming from another Elixni. I'm not sure what's going on.
Exiles, I prophesied the deathless arrival. Creature cradled and kissed by the infinite curse, great machine.
Deathless? That sounds like you, Guardian, but, derogatorily.
more transmissions on the backlog. And the timestamps are all off. Keep heading for the train. Maybe we can triangulate a location.
Trespass the domain of the once exile, chosen of the Giver. I am Archon Prime, sovereign of this orbit, speaker of the voice invisible.
Interesting. That Elixir wasn't an Archon. I wonder what that was all about.
In the wake of destruction, one exile falls, and three more rise.
Hold on. That same voice, this Archon's voice, is coming from another Elixir. I'm not sure what's going on.
Exile. I prophesied the death of survivor. Creatures cradled and killed by the infinite turns of the great machine.
Deathless? That sounds like you, Guardian, but, derogatorily.
Destroy them. Bring death to the deathless. Fulfill the destiny of the House of Exile. Strengthen the singularity and the dead.
That voice is coming from another Elixir. Still don't understand how that voice jumped from one exile to another. The Witness could possess, but that required a civilization's worth of darkness. Could something have drawn them here? Maybe the high concentration of dark matter is boosting this Archon connection to darkness.
Darkness is about connection of memory, but it doesn't work like that. And dark matter, in spite of the name, has nothing to do with darkness.
So this is something else entirely. Huh. One of the Archon's lackeys dropped something.
Ophiuchus's energy readings are spiking. This is a container of dark matter, the same connected to the Singularity. Don't let that go.
இந்த போதுமா இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் வேணாமா உதக்கையே வந்து வாம்பயம்னா பற்றேன்
Hold it. Who do you work for, and what's your business here?
Telemetry originates at this location, but the signal is weak.
What are you doing here?
We're Guardians, from Earth's vanguard. Circumstances suggest we were invited, but we don't know who sent the invitation.
Earth?
Have you been here a while?
I have journal entries tallying 4 weeks, but my 5 o'clock shadow says a day. Something's wrong with time. It's my job to investigate. You picked up something that's special to the people here. Use it. I'll see you on the other side. We can talk there. You can, tell me all about Earth.
போக சொல்றீங்க
That's the man who sent the distress signal. But he didn't seem in distress.
Something's wrong with time.
I'm curious as to how our contact intends to fix it. But his observations seem to be correct.
And we just got here. There's probably a whole mess of time nonsense just around the corner.
Agreed. This train's temporal presence is concerning.
That's the least of our worries. The real head-scratcher is our new friend seeing the people here.
Ikora did say she suspected sentient life.
Sorry for all that earlier. My name's Lodi. My introductions aren't usually that rude. Come on, let me show you around. Your companion gave me a debrief about your mission before she insisted on meeting the scientists here.
Scientists?
Oh yeah, the Ionians are brilliant. They've been great hosts since I showed up here a few weeks back.
Objects from a different time were sent to us, like we were called or invited. Did you get one too?
Of sorts. I got a call of my own. I hope your ride was smoother than mine. Are you headed back to Earth after?
Are you asking for a ride?
Just conversation. Appreciate the offer. I'm staying with the locals for a while. Time distortions all over this place. The Elixni make it hard to traverse further out. Fascinating, aren't they? You know, the language structure is similar to Finnish. Keep an eye out for the House of Exiles. They didn't like me getting close with my recorder. If you're here to sort out the time anomaly, it sounds like we're on the same side. I'll help you look into your calling card. You help the locals with some of the weightier tasks. You seem like you can handle yourself.
Gua sahaya.
First in a few words, I can appreciate that.
New beginning. Dun, 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 dun.
You and Arnor make a pretty good fire team, hero. Even if you did use my face as a barricade. And now that we got that Imperium disk in hand, we're gonna need more than one hard-headed Praxic to decrypt it. We're gonna need the local crime syndicates. I've got some irons in the fire with Spider for an intro. Fellow miscreants like that only respect two things: money and blood. We'll get you set up on building a reputation for yourself out here on Tharsis, gaining leverage on the local miscreants. But as the Nine weapon, there's something you gotta know first. I know I sold you on this job as a scam on the Imperium, but you heard on that ship what I've known all along. The Nine are backing the Imperium at the top. It surprised me with that junior dredging, but they're pulling his strings, too. I've had the same nightmare since Kepler. A vision that runs and smells and tastes on repeat every time I close my eyes. In my heart, I know the threat. If I don't do it, they hurt her. back on that ship. Bale knew me as a dredgen. Heard stories of the sad old days and wanted a close-up look. Thought that was all there was to connect us. But there's more. A couple months ago, I had this vision. Didn't know if I was cracking up or what. Because when I came to, I tasted granite, battery acid. And I knew it came from the Nine. Today, that same voice spoke through Bale. Never gonna get that taste out of my mouth. Just listen before you judge, all right? They told me.
Attend my exegesis. Eschaton is coming. I am informing you of your path because futurity dictates now is when you are informed. Little mannequin of flesh and fear, not made to see.
അടിയോടടി.
These sectors have been changing hands thick and fast. Nobody's been able to hold them for long.
Very good. That means less fortification. Will be easier for the Guardian to clean up.
Once, these cells were kept by Oryx. He imprisoned defeated enemies and discarded progeny to be stripped for chitin and repurposed into something useful. Now this prison is occupied by the Taken, and Xivu Arath's hive come to bring the war to them.
Hive and the Taken, and the ritual between them. The hilt of the Willbreaker. By the relic of a brother's sword, Xivu Arath would cleave the Dreadnought from my throne. Willbreaker, we need that hilt. Guardian, get shooting.
You treat the Taken as something apart from the Hive. They do have other species among their number, but it was I who made them. They are Hive, and their newfound curiosities serve me well.
Disrupted the ritual, but something else has stepped into the gap.
This is not my taking, neither my slaying. To arms.
You have no authority here. What matters is that taking it down won't empower Xivu Arath, right? Then we cut the chatter. In the area, activity's dying down. Xivu Arath's sword is still in the Dreadnought, but everything else seems fine. She will not soon be able to try again. For now, we have one. And we have Willbreaker's hilt. What about Oryx? He's secure, discontented, but held fast. I trust you. Do you hear him? Do you hear him intervening any further? He is secure. You do have control, I know.
Let's start the bomb.
Guardian. We've received limited intel regarding a Vex information depot. I want you to get in there and figure out what they know.
Greetings, Captain. Commander Zavala has requested that I run tactical on this mission. Please allow me to help you with your invasion of the Insight Terminus.
Hello, Failsafe. You're familiar with this place.
Oh yes, quite. The Vex were very active there when the Exodus Black first arrived on Nessus. The Vex that murdered my crew came from there.
I'm sorry that you have to relive those memories.
It's all right. It's only taken me a few centuries to suppress them.
guy looked like a commander of some sort.
That's correct, friendly ghost. That commander was Kargan, an elite Cabal scion who has caused significant damage to the Vex Collective in this time stream.
This sounds bad.
Guardian, I'm making the elimination of Kargan your priority on this operation. His crew has been active all over the system. From our intel, he's mostly targeting Vex installations. However, removing him can only strengthen our position. Put him down.
I have good news and bad news.
Give us the good news first.
According to the Vex, Kargan has almost complete control over the local Vex Gate network. I predict several detachments of Cabal over the next few minutes.
No, I said give us the good news first.
I did.
There's got to be a way to get through here. Failsafe, any ideas?
I believe Centurions will possess the means to remove the Vex block and grant you ingress. Excellent work, Captain. You are at 50% completion of this task.
There's Kargan. One down, two to go. Location secured, Commander Zavala.
Good work done. What intel did you discover?
There's an almost unreadable data artifact here labeled Oxa. It's heavily corrupted, but I'm able to make out M-Sund 12 on the access log. What is Oxa, and who was M-Sund 12?
Those are questions for another day, I suppose. But for now,
ഒരു മണി വരെ അമ്മ കളിക്കാൻ ഗൈസ്. ഒരു മണി വരെ അമ്മ പ്രശ്നം. Guys. എല്ലാവർക്കും സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക, വീഡിയോക്ക് ലൈക്ക് ചെയ്യുക. ഓക്കെ പ്ലീസ് സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക.
Aramis wished to destroy gods, but Krinis simply chose another. She craves not power, but meaning, and she seeks it in darkness. Your Kel sleeps, but she is not dead. The darkness brings another gift, the means to rouse her from her slumber. Rouse her? That cannot be. Aramis Kel has not left you. Aramis Kel has just begun. Aramis Kel will return in a storm of blood and ice.
from the darkness. She pledges herself to its mysteries. She journeys through its glorious depths. And she will return not as Kel, but as a god. Visions of Aramis Kel. It names me her escort out of the deep. Back to you, her people, her faithful.
If Critus speaks true, if she has found a way to bring Aramis Kel, to bring Aramis back to life.
We're not gonna let that happen.
Traitor machine. Have you come to witness the rise of a god?
shit. Ini ada suara lagi. Kita terakhir lagi.
Down, Barracks. It's over. That's all of them. All of Aramis's lieutenants. Her entire council.
The reign of the Kell of Darkness is ended. Thanks to the Guardian. But in death, Aramis becomes myth. Immortal. Her legacy will go on. New champions will rise in her name. We must stay always vigilant.
Kita bakal kita dulu. Kan dia orang ini. Continuous to lewat muskilan bas. നിങ്ങൾ മരുന്ന് പിടിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി രാവിലെ ഒന്ന് വൈകുന്നേരം ഒന്ന് രാത്രി ഒന്ന് രാവിലെ ഒന്ന് ഉച്ചക്കൊന്ന് വൈകുന്നേരം ഒന്ന് അയ്യോ guys love you guys.
Guardian, we've received limited intel regarding a Vex information depot. I want you to get in there and figure out what they know.
Greetings, Captain. Commander Zavala has requested that I run tactical on this mission. Please allow me to help you with your invasion of the Insight Terminus.
Hello, Failsafe. You're familiar with this place.
Oh yes, quite. The Vex were very active there when the Exodus Black first arrived on Nessus. The Vex that murdered my crew came from there.
I'm sorry that you have to relive those memories.
It's all right. It's only taken me a few centuries to suppress them.
ഒന്നര കളിക്കട്ടെ.
Guardian, I'm making the elimination of Kargan your priority on this operation.
That guy looked like a commander of some sort.
His crew has been active all over the system. From our intel, he's mostly targeting Vex installations. However, removing him can only strengthen our position. Put him down.
I have good news and bad news.
Give us the good news first.
The good news is that Kargan is killing Vex by the dozen.
All right. What's the bad news?
Kargan has almost complete control over the Vex Gate network. I predict several detachments of Cabal over the next few minutes.
Wonderful. There's got to be a way to get through here. Failsafe, any ideas?
I believe Centurions will possess the means to remove the Vex block and grant you ingress. Nice work, Captain. But you're gonna need one more.
There's Kargan. One down, 2 to go. Let him get away with stealing the data while we're here.
You are correct, friendly ghost. A massive buildup of energy indicates several Cabal transports are inbound to your position. You asked for it.
Location secured, Commander Zavala.
Good work, Guardian. What intel did you discover?
There's only one data artifact here, labeled Oxa, and it's seriously corrupted. Metadata says it was last accessed by an Otzot centuries ago. What is Oxa? And who is Otzot?
Those are questions for another day, I suppose. But for now, well done.
മറ്റ് പ്രക്രിയകളിൽ അവിടെ കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഞാൻ ഈ ഫയർ ചെയ്ത് തോന്നിയിട്ട് machines ഉണ്ട് machines തുറക്കാറ് ഇതും കൂടി ഞാൻ കണ്ടോട്ടെ ഇപ്പൊ സെറ്റാണ് കളി ഉണ്ടാവും
Aramis wished to destroy gods, but Kritis simply chose another. She craves not power, but meaning, and she seeks it in darkness.
Your Kel sleeps, but she is not dead. The darkness brings another gift. The means to rouse her from her slumber.
Rouse her? That cannot be.
Aramis Kel has not left you. Aramis Kel has just begun. Aramis Kel will return in a storm of blood and ice. Greater knowledge from the darkness. She pledges herself to its mysteries. She journeys to its glorious depths. And she will return not as Kel, but as a god. Visions of Aramis Kel. It names me her escort out of the deep. Back to you, her people, her faithful.
If Critus speaks true, if she has found a way to bring Aramis Kel, to bring Aramis back to life.
We're not gonna let that happen. Everyone's down, Barrett. Oh, that's all of them. All of Aramis's lieutenants. Her entire council.
The reign of the Kell of Darkness is ended. Thanks to the Guardian. But in death, Aramis becomes myth, immortal. Her legacy will go on. New champions will rise in her name. We must stay always vigilant.
It's done. Time 9:25 seconds. Guys, ഇങ്ങനെ നടത്തണം ഏകദേശം 1 മണിയാകാനായിട്ടുണ്ട്. എല്ലാവരും നല്ല സുഖമായിട്ട് ഉറങ്ങി. ശുഭരാത്രി. Please love you guys. Bye. എല്ലാവരും നല്ല പ്രാർത്ഥിച്ചൊക്കെ കിടന്നുറങ്ങുക. Okay. Bye guys. See you tomorrow.